bayou.
When I was a kid, when I was a little kid, we went.
God damn it! Now you guys are making me think. Oh, I'm gonna go down by the bayou to get me some deep dish pizza. Woohoo!
You want to see some Down by the Bayou? Watch Princess and the Frog. That movie. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I want to see that movie. Actually, it looks pretty good. Oh, what's that one guy? Christopher. What's his name? He was Spawn in the animated series, and he was also. He was in Cody Banks.
The only thing I know about Spawn is Todd McFarlane was the original comic artist. That's all I know.
What was his name? He was the voice actor. Okay. Here, wait. Let's see if the stream comes back. Oh, hey, they say it's all better now. Okay, great. Okay, chat, I need your help here. I need you to tell me, okay, what's the name of the guy who was the voice actor for Spawn? He was Christopher something.
Okay, I'll tell you right now.
Really awesome voice. What was his name?
I'm on the IMDb page for Princess and the Frog, and there's nobody named Christopher on this page.
Here, wait. Maybe I got the last name wrong. Here, wait. I'm gonna take a look. Exit out of YouTube. Go into a new Google.
I'm sorry,
page.
chat. We're in a weird.
Google.
What topical?
We're in a weird place.
Spawn voice actor. What's his name?
Evangelina.
Keith David?
We went on a hell of a side quest.
Do you mean
Keith David? That's his name. Yes, it's Keith David. Why did I think Christopher for some strange reason? Oh man, sorry guys. Oh, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
I got a horrible headache.
Keith David's in like everything.
That guy's awesome.
You want like a guy with a black guy with a deep voice, and you can't afford Morgan Freeman, you get Keith David.
Chris Sabat. Oh, you're hilarious.
It's not Chris Sabat, Steve.
So, Pan, you're how far now? We go back to a way topic.
I gotta get a glass of water. I'll be right back, though.
I just did the urgent quest for that monster whose name I can't remember. We talked about this before we started recording. Yes, Rachna Kadashi.
You have entered into 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got 7-star in hub, and I'm just kind of derping around doing village quests at my own pace.
Okay.
I'm a little salty that there's no offline high rank. Because
That's very normal, though. That's unfortunately.
Yeah. But I've never had a kid and had to farm Monster Hunter shit. Last time I was in a Monster Hunter, I didn't have a kid yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
He was born a month after World came out.
I have a picture of Cece holding my collector's edition of World when she was she'd have been 4.
Well, anyways, also, I used to play at my very old job at this, like, sort of dead-end retail place. I used to just, like, we'd get one customer every 3 or 4 hours. I would just play Monster Hunter Generations, like, in between customers. So I got paid to, like, farm crap in Monster Hunter Generations.
That was my Freedom Unite experience on PSP. I worked at a Radio Shack, of all things.
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
Oh,
yeah.
You and I have talked about this before, yeah. Very similar, because it was an electronics shop, and it was like a satellite location that didn't have all the stock, and every once in a while a customer would come in and be like, oh no, you gotta go to our main store like 3 miles away.
Oh man. There was always this one guy, he'd come in once a week. He actually wanted stuff that would be only at Radio Shack, like fuses and like computer parts, like actual like resistors and that kind of stuff. And he'd come in and like, I want this number, this number, this number, and I'm not like a down to the like chip computer guy like anyone. So I was just like, yeah, A32 resistor, we have 3 of them. Let me go find them. Like, I think that's an actual resistor.
Oof.
But anyways, yeah, it was It was interesting, but I did a lot of Freedom Unite in those days.
Anyways, I wish that I could fight. I wish I could like fight some high rank monsters without the hub like health bars that they have. Because like I got the kid, and so every once in a while I got to just hit the home button and pause whatever I'm doing to help him. Like he took his sock off, and then he's sad because he's not wearing his basketball socks anymore. Stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure if I had kids, I'd ridicule the crap out of them. I'd be like, "You dummy! Why'd you take your sock off?"
Oh, dude, you don't even know. It was yesterday. So I get into a lobby with Fortuan, I think maybe Ace, or was it Fortuan, Omega, and Chauncey? I don't remember.
It was Omega and Chance, yeah.
Okay, so Fortuan, Omega, and Chauncey are in a room, and I join the room, and they're like,
Good.
"Okay, guys, what's the quote? What's the code?" And they give me the code, and I punch in the code, and instantly, as soon as I push the last number of the code, I hear my son, "Mommy!" And I'm like, "Oh, he hasn't made a peep in half an hour. I thought he was down for his nap. I swear to God, guys, I swear he was sleeping. I'll be right back."
Oh, Morg, you missed it last week. 5 interruptions.
What happened?
5.
Oh, really?
5.
Really?
Embry came
For the
in my room.
podcast?
Yeah. 4 times.
Oh my
Embry
God.
Came in my room.
Kids.
And 1 time Cece came in, and I love them. So I'm there to help them and that kind of stuff. I was like, "Girls, you got to go to bed. It's like 2 hours past your bedtime." Like that was my bigger concern than
Yeah.
And
Why don't you go and just get yourself like a bottle of nap time, You just put it into a little cloth, whatever, you cover it over their cry hole, and then, then out like a light, just nap time.
So
I mean, we have organizations to handle that kind of thing, and they're called CPS.
no. I know. I love my kids. I want to keep seeing them.
Yeah.
I will say I screwed up for Easter tomorrow. So not in a bad way, but like in the same way I screwed up with the Tooth Fairy.
You told them, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, thank God.
So
You forgot, though,
I
didn't you? You
forgot
forgot to get chocolate.
I forgot to hide the baskets.
They found them.
Oh.
They found the baskets before it was...
So I told
Oh,
them
no.
because of COVID, the Easter Bunny shipped the baskets to me, and they have to wait till Easter.
They're going
Good
to be
save.
like, "Yay! COVID's
that.
the best
Good
thing
save.
in the world. It gave us
So-
chocolate
Oh my God.
early."
Uh,
Funny.
I'm sorry.
It's wonderful.
If my kids ever listen to this in the future, I am sorry. Oh man. So back to Monster Hunter.
That's
Ace,
Monster Hunter.
yeah, Ace. You have, I know, have beaten the story. How far are you on Village? You've beaten Hub.
I think I'm in the last 2 tiers
Mhm.
of Village, and then Hub. I have a lot of stuff still to work on that, and then I think after that I'm just gonna go and screw around in Rampages and just try to play like every single weapon in the game and mess around with all the skills and really just break away from Hunting Horn, because
Oh,
I've
yeah.
mained that throughout this game. I've switched it up here and there. I've done some Charge Blade and some Switch Axe and some Greatsword, but
Who would have
I've
expected?
largely stuck to Hunting Horn.
You asked us 6 months ago. Who would have expected the meta weapon being Hunting Horn right now? Like, what the fuck? Like,
And that's really funny, even considering the fact that they reduced the motion values for most of its attacks by like anywhere between 5 to
People-
15%.
people
Didn't
still
I
do
already
run it.
mention this?
no.
Yeah, you can still run it.
Yeah, no, people still run it. gosh, we had
It's still very strong.
we had Ace, we had Rain, which is one of my high school buddies that are playing. We had Bobby running it. We had Gog running it. We had like the most
Jay runs it.
Jay runs it. I forgot about that.
He
yeah.
changed his hunter shutout thing on his guild card to Horn.
Yeah.
So I changed mine to Horn using Horn.
Mine is Knight of Greatsword. I feel a little weird.
Okay, I like it.
I feel a little weird because Greatsword used to be a meta weapon. I'm in a minority now with a Greatsword. Like I don't see anyone using Greatsword.
You've been dethroned.
I guess that's okay with me. Like, oh man, I mean, you guys saw some of the clips I put up on Twitch because I put up a lot of the clips that I had on my old Switch. I was like, let me just offload these because I'm not going to be playing on that anymore. So there's that one with the Tetranodon where I'm charging up, and I'm charging up the wrong way, but he ends up running into my sword, and I break his belly. It was so good. And then there's like, my dream is to be Hokage. I love that one. I don't know if you saw that one, Pan. Not a big anime fan, but like, Chance, Brian from Bickering Bucks and I were playing together, and we were doing a low rank Lagombi. And we decided to finish it off with nothing but the throw knives. And
no, the kunai.
Like, my dream, and I put I yelled this out while we were playing, and I put it in the clip for Twitch as the like sort of like descriptor, my dream is to be Hokage from Naruto, because I've actually seen that one, but like it was so fun. You were still on mute, Mike.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was muted. Yeah, I meant to say, just throwing knives, being like, "It's my ninja way!" Woo!
I just realized my mic has been muted. I muted myself while I was chugging that water.
Oh yeah.
You guys haven't heard anything I've said for the last couple minutes.
Oops.
We've got reactions.
Neither did Audacity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh well. We'll be fine.
You were saying
it's not. Today is totally not a garbage fire because of my stream stuff. No.
What I was saying
this
was
whole
that
thing is just a train wreck.
Malteron on the Discord also, Hunting Horn is his second, because people apparently get mad at him for tripping them with the longsword. He and I were hunting earlier today, and I was like, "Oh, don't worry. I was playing with Chauncey earlier, and I just decided to start packing no tripping. God, what is it? Suddenly I'm mind blanking.
Brace.
No, not brace. The other one, no flinch.
Brace is the skill that
Flinch free?
Flinch free.
Flinch free or something. Yeah, flinch free.
Yeah, that would be brace jewels.
Yeah.
No. I've got it on a talisman.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a lucky talisman. They got like 2 levels of it.
That's pretty good.
Ooh.
I got a talisman. It's really good, but I don't.
Especially if you hunt with Chauncey.
Oh yeah, no, Chauncey's bad about it. Yeah, it's payback though, because I used to trip him all the time. I've upswung exactly one person so far with a great sword. So yeah, it was Pam. Conversely, she did animation canceling me in a good way. She shield bashed my character right in the face as I was like recovering from a greatsword hit. And I was like, "Ooh."
Oh man.
And then I was like, "Hey, I'm out of the animation. Cool, thanks. I can sheath and run."
That's one way to do it.
So yeah, so Morg, how far have you actually got? I know you said in the beginning, so you haven't done any hub. You're just doing offline so far.
Yeah, it's just the village stuff. I mean, I think I beat Magnamalo on the second day that I was playing, and yeah, all I've been really doing is just defeating like those special license quests. So that way I don't have to worry about doing any of the low rank stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been pretty fun. I think I'm in the 6-star missions, the one where you have to fight like multiple guys. Like I think it's most of the 5 stars, but like together. So I'm probably going to be just finishing all the stuff that's in the village, and I have no idea why Pan is laughing her ass off.
You missed Mothra come across my screen.
There's a moth. There's a moth.
It's a good thing I didn't see it because I am terrified of moths. Those things are awful.
The
They
other
eat your
thing-
clothes. They're like little
Blinky.
car accidents on wings. They literally flutter into everything, go bang, 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 and they tickle
Like,
you,
Paladin
and
Blinky is
it's
dead
awful.
Right there too. She's just out.
Did you ever notice, by the way, that Shigaru Magala and Gore Magala are moth dragons?
Yeah, I've noticed that
Okay.
now. Thank you for mentioning that, because yeah.
And on the
'Cause
video,
of the scales.
did you ever notice the tiny reflection of all of us behind Ace?
Uh-huh. I pointed that out because I was like,
Hey,
Oh yeah, there
Here.
I am.
I'll get everyone in. There we go.
I'm in the bottom left.
Yay.
Or bottom right. It's weird.
Yeah. So I started laughing at the moth, and then I started laughing harder when I noticed my reflection behind Ace.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that moth was like, as you were talking, it's like, and I was just like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
So,
But no, yeah. Where I'm at right now, it's slow going, but it's really fun. I've started like exploring all my options as far as like what I can do in low rank. The Skalda set is not bad. I like the chess piece. It's cool. It doesn't have the most defense, but it's really awesome. And I'm also exploring with like ways to make bludgeoner work. And
oh, that's a super
paralysis
meta thing
hammer
right
is-
now. Bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things are green and yellow sharpness lately, and
yeah.
they'll just put it on when they have a green sharpness weapon and just let it go down to yellow.
Yep, it's really, really good. I'm happy that they changed it to a multiplier. Same thing with attack. Remember when I was talking about how they needed to make it so that attack would be based off of a multiplier rather than just being an additive bonus? They did it. And I'm so happy that they did it because now
I-
it's actually viable.
I actually run attack. I have 3 levels of it, if you remember at the beginning. But that's just because it comes with the Ruthalos set, mostly. I'd give it up for focus in a heartbeat, but it's staying because Ruthalos parts. Part breaker is my number 1 priority because, dang.
Yeah.
You ever tried to break a Mitsune's claws? It's dang near impossible.
It's really, really hard. The only way, well, with hammer, it's actually not that bad because most of my attacks, like, they have, like, natural mind's eye on them anyway, so I can pretty much break anything I want, except for the tail. But I get tails in the rewards, so.
I have Mind's Eye level 2, and I actually do more damage to the claws than I should because of level 2. And even then, with Part Breaker 3, like, it's just not viable. I can break 1. I'll break everything else very quickly, and then the claws are just like so hard. And that's the one part I can't reliably break is a Mitsune claw. That is it. That's the one part.
Yeah, I've also found out that what is it, Morph Attack? That one skill that Switch Axe and Charge Blade can take advantage of. Ooh. I decided, you know what?
Almudron.
Maybe I'll when I was using, I think I used full Volvidon set, and I used the Volvidon Switch Axe on an Anjanath, and that was so damn easy. It was so fun too. Like just being able to alternate forms, just freely just going into like wild axe swing and then like going into the big charge or whatever, wild axe swinging, and then going and doing the loop-de-loop around, switching into the axe mode, and then just, oh my god, it's so damn fun. And Barioth with Charge Blade is really fun too. Holy crap. With a Rathian Charge Blade, it's very sad. Especially when I get a counter off, when I block, and then I start doing the full SAED, and it was in the air, and I got a dunk. Dunk killing is just so satisfying.
Oh yeah,
Feels really, really good.
We've got a couple dunk kills lately. Mostly for me, it's knockdowns. I don't know if you saw it, Morrig, but my brother's been killing it with light bowgun. Did you see that one with the Lagambi? That was just
I did.
beautiful. Oh my god.
That was so funny. It just goes bunny hop and then oh, little fart noise, falls over. That was so damn funny. I loved that. It was just, oh my god, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good moments in this game.
I think my Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think my end set is probably going to be Paralysis Hammer because KOs and paralysis just they
Good
go
luck.
together like bread and butter. So
you-
much downtime.
if you want to get paralysis up, you're going to need a charm for it. There is no decorations, as far as I can see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, it's no big deal. Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe going for like Mind's Eye, Bludgeoner, and just
Hey,
go full attack and then just have fun with that.
it's easy to get Mind's Eye, dude. That's why I'm wearing the Toby waist. Toby waist gives Mind's Eye too. Done.
Oh
Like,
wow.
yeah. And the reason why I have Yeah, the reason why I have
need to go kill Toby's BRB.
Yeah, the reason why I have Magnamalo gloves, because like Rathalos gloves is like fire attack 2 or something like that. Like it's like whatever, it's part of the Rathalos set, but it's
Yeah.
it gives the one of his skill, the Hellfire Cloak, that is pretty decent, right? And then
Yeah.
Handicraft 2. And I'm like, I have Handicraft 2 and Mind's Eye 2 from just 2 separate armor pieces.
I've spent so much time trying to get Handicraft and Mind's Eye on the same set. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, no.
So yeah, Magnamalo gloves it is.
Just run what I'm wearing, Pan. It's so good. If you want, and you don't even have to do like I do with Rathalos and Partbreaker. Like you just the Magnamalo gloves and the Toby waist are just so good. I will say, I was very tempted to replace the Rathalos helm with the jelly helm. There's a rare jelly.
Yeah.
I think it like gives you what is it? Divine Blessing and Blast and Destroyer, I think. That's
Yeah. So it gives Partbreaker 1 and Divine Blessing 1 on the helm, which the Rathalos gives Partbreaker 1 and Attack 1 on the helm. And I was like, I'd take Divine Blessing over Attack, I think, but I ended up I'll just go Attack. Because like I'm actually not dying that much. I think I have carded a total of 6 times so far.
Yeah.
I have never double carded in a quest, I don't think. I've only single
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't double carded it. Well, I don't think I've actually failed any quests. I think the only quest where I've actually fainted.
We have failed.
Oh, really?
We had, oh gosh, what was it? Well, see, part of it is I'm also helping people who aren't super skilled hunters as well.
Okay.
Or people who started. No, not you, Pan. We have not failed a quest with you.
Yes, we
Oh
did.
my god, we've got
You
a
weren't
cool
there. You
here.
weren't there.
Okay. Well, I meant when I've been there. I have not failed one with Pan. But I've failed a few with other people where it's just been a triple cart. And one time I was part of those carts, and another time I wasn't. Like it was just.
We failed to kill a Rathalos, and this was like I was running like literally unimproved low rank Keju armor.
Hey, Fliss. Yeah, that was true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Rathalos
And we failed
really
that.
got you. Yeah.
Oh, we got
two of the
some
cards
cool
were me.
people here. I'm so happy. I'm excited. Yay!
That I forgot.
Oh, this is awesome.
I'm sorry.
Who's
What? Lauren?
Corjano?
Yeah.
Who is this person?
I'm not sure who that is, but it looks
Oh.
like somebody who just come by to say hi. Hi.
And hi.
Appreciate you being here.
Remember what I told you guys before we recorded?
Hey, you're the one who called him out.
That's true.
Shame on hand.
Sorry.
You know, I really want to wear the Ropessa set because it looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But that armor that you were talking about just sounds so good. But I really just want to be a beautiful butterfly while I kill the monsters.
Hey, it's viable. The butterfly set is really good.
Oh, it is, especially because I really like using element because sword and shield.
yeah. Crit element, all that kind of stuff. I will say, one of my favorite. I'm just going to talk gush a little bit about Greatsword. Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
All the designs are super good. The frozen fish is back, Morg, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome.
Listen to this, okay? 180 raw, or is it 170? It's 170 or 180, which is pretty decent, right? This is the final upgrade.
Not terrible.
70 ice.
Whoa!
70.
Wow.
What the hell?
That's pretty good.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, I guess I'm elemental now. Like,
Well, now you have an elemental option. This is great.
whereas, but I mean, like, I was telling people I was hunting with at the time, is like, I'm gonna keep using the frozen fish until I can fully upgrade Gossarog Greatsword, right? And that's where I was saying the Gossarog Greatsword just beat it out at 230 attack eventually, because it's like, okay, that's 60 more raw. Like, how could I not? Like, that's 60 more raw. So like, I just.
Yeah.
But also, it's only like 20 something ice, or even less. Like, but it still doesn't stack up. You're like, a difference of 50 ice is not worth a difference of 60 raw, and that's even if you equate the two equally. Like,
Well, I mean, you also
Right.
have to take into account that elemental damage is not affected by motion values. It's affected by consecutive hits.
Yeah.
Whereas with raw, like those true charge slashes are going to benefit more from having more raw than
No,
you are
and-
going to have from element.
yeah, and I know that, but like, I could not use. Well, here's the thing though: the Gossarog sword was only a little. It was only 30 more raw at the time, with a lot less ice, and I
Okay.
was like, okay, I can justify using the frozen fish, but let's flip it over on its head when 230 raw, and I was just like, yeah, it's done. That's just the best greatsword right now. Like,
Yeah, I have to agree that the greatsword skills are insanely good, especially the fact that they brought back the Brimstone Slash.
you know what? I don't use it. I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like the fact that you have to counter in mid combo. Like, you have to set up a counter, and I don't like it.
I don't think you actually have to. I mean, like, you're going to get more damage for doing it, but I don't think you necessarily have to.
I also like the
ooh!
bounce. The bounce is really fun.
If you do a wake up attack with it, you can set up bombs behind you, like even like a small one. It'll boost your attack by, I think it was, what was it, 60%? Or
Yeah.
no, it was something like 40 or 60%. So like you can do wake up slashes with it, and it's
No,
pretty
I
solid.
get it. I get it, but I as much as I like the longsword for counters, that's not what I like the greatsword for. So I like the idea. So like, one of the things that I really like about the bounce in particular is when you bounce off of something, that's cutting damage. I don't know why, but it is. You can cut off.
Maybe you have sharp boots. I don't know.
Like, you can cut. I've cut off tails by bouncing off of the tail and then flying up over the monster, and then like doing a full charge slash on the head and breaking a horn. Like, I have done that, and I love it. So I don't care how strong it is, a comparison to Brimstone, because like, that's the only thing. You can't just switch out any old skill. You have to do this for that or that for this, and
Yeah.
the Brimstone replaces the bounce slash. So I'm like, yeah, I can't get rid of the bounce slash. Now, if I would take I would have at one point taken the Brimstone over where you wire bug and sheath, and you get that empower.
Really? You
I-
don't like that one?
I would have at first. I've learned to love it as an evasive move. So
It's really good. And it's also good for closing distances as well. Like, if you get too far
Yeah.
away from the monster and you've got your weapon out, you just go zing, and you're right beside the monster, and then you can just do a draw slash into
So-
it. That's pretty handy.
So with Gossarog, like Ace was talking earlier, with the beam that comes laterally, you can dodge to the side, and then you can wire bug backwards with that move and get out of range. Like, if you're like in mid range, that will get you out of range good enough. And what I like to do when I have 3 wire bugs is I'll wire bug out back, and then I'll charge in after the beam goes by, do a charge slash on the head, and typically either break the head or it's already broken or something. And after that first hit, do the bounce attack, because then he's going to do a counter or something like that and come up behind him. I've actually gotten a break on his back, I think, because of that.
Oh.
I saw hair. I saw Gossarog hair go, pff, and I was like, "Is that a back break?" Like I don't know.
It had to have been. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, but I was doing the village Gossarog. There's a village Gossarog I think you haven't got to yet. And that's when I did that, and I was just like, wow, I really like this wirebug sheath. I don't know what it's called, but so I've stayed with those skills like 100%. I get why people would like the Brimstone Slash. It would be very showy and very like, oh yeah, you're gonna hit me and I'm gonna hit back, and that's what I like. I replaced the shoulder charge with the pushing guard, and the pushing guard is kind of like that. So you actually block. You actually doing blocking damage, and instead of just shoulder checking and tanking some damage, you actually block it, so you don't take damage. But it is stamina.
I think there's like a rampage bonus that lets you have it, so then that way, whenever you're blocking attacks, you don't lose sharpness.
Yes, but that's not. That might be on some great swords, but most of the great swords that I have are like, hey, let's flip that negative affinity because it's gonna hurt. That's one on the most of the good, because like my good water great sword is the Juratados one, and my good ice one is the Gossarog, and both are negative affinity swords. I might, because it's looking like the Anjanath greatsword, I didn't see it until recently, might be a better greatsword than the Rathalos one. I've been using the Rathalos one, but like it looks like Angie might be. I haven't got Angie all the way, but if it gets to the end, that might be a better.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Uh-oh, we did lose the stream again. So,
yeah,
I've been
that
gushing
makes
about
sense.
greatsword. How is like everything, like Pan, Sword and Shield? You've been loving it. Any complaints or thoughts on the Wirebug skills or anything?
So the Wirebug skills, I'm still sort of getting used to using the Wirebug in combat, other than like, once again, my strategy is to crawl right in between the monster's legs and start hacking away. So I'll get up in there, and then I'll do my thing where I put my sword at the end of my Wirebug and go whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Yeah.
And I usually get a mount at that, except then Chauncey comes and steals the mount.
Yeah, there's been a bit of mount contention. Oh, by the way, Ace, for you specifically, I have changed one of my shoutouts.
Oh,
For you specifically. And I will say this. So, Ace is one of those people that likes to take the mounts, by the way.
I don't actually care who gets the mount.
I don't either.
I really don't.
I really don't.
I'm
but
here to deal blue damage, okay?
Him and Chance
I'll be right back.
take pride in every mount they get. They take so much pride in it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to change a shout out just for you two. And every time, so like everyone's like, awesome, right? This is the auto shout out. Mine is is a reference to what's his name? I always forget his name. He plays Batman, Christian Bale. The Christian Bale rant where he's like, "Oh, good for you!" So all caps. That's what mine is when someone gets a mount.
I'm gonna be like, Ace stole it.
Yeah.
Mine's is gonna be Ace stole it.
Ace stole it. There you go.
Or I don't know. This might trigger you. Instead of Je suis monté, Ace suis monté.
Oh, come on, guys.
But,
I at least utilize it effectively most of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
You, I will say. So, have you played with? He goes by Flesh on the Discord. Have you played with Flesh yet, Pan?
Have not.
He hates getting the mount, and he accidentally gets it all the time. And he's like,
Oh, that's wonderful.
He's like, oh no, what do I do? What do I do? I'm like, just go bonk a monster. You're fine. Just go press Y. Oh no, I messed it up. He'll bonk into a wall and let go. And this is like one bonk. I was like, it's whatever, man. Like
It's okay.
it's just not his thing. Like he gets a little panicked when he gets on it, and I'm like, okay, at least it's not like that. Like we.
Yeah.
But he always does it by accident, and he's always very sorry about it and stuff. And it's like, okay, I get it. But like, it's just not what he wants to do. He plays light bowgun and heavy bowgun almost exclusively too. So he's like, yeah, I just pew pew. Leave me alone. I don't want to do any of this.
Yeah. So, I'm not very good at using Wirebug in combat. I'll say that, except for like getting up
I've
in there and
gotten
doing
so
my
much
whoosh,
better.
whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah, that one.
But I have like started practicing in offline mode. I've had a lot of time to do offline mode today and yesterday because my son didn't want to nap.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right there with you.
is there a moth? Is there a moth bugging Ace now?
No, it'd be
Attack
Oh.
the
It'd be soon to
killer
be
moths.
soon
So,
to be family members very
oh.
loud upstairs.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm not very good at using the Wirebug in combat, and I'm absolutely horrible at using it when I get like thrown clear of the battle.
Mm-hmm.
I've started remembering that I can zip my way back over to the battle, though.
Oh,
Yeah, it does. I'll admit it does take a little bit of time getting used to the wire bug. Like, I actually didn't realize this when I was using Hammer, but apparently when you shift from like the gold mode to the blue mode and then back into gold mode again, you're immediately in maximum charge. And so what I do is I would quickly, like when a monster's down, go from gold mode, blue mode, and then I would dash forward, shift into yellow mode, and then do like the big slam where you go up in the air and then you just slam back down. And that became part of my routine, like my big bread and butter for a big finisher whenever I KO a monster. Either that or when I'm in yellow mode and I do like a level 3 moving attack, you'll spin around and then you can finish off with the golf swing. But if you mash the A button like crazy, you'll go into a big bang finisher. And this was something that I had no idea you could do.
Mm-hmm.
And for some strange reason, well, okay, yeah, I was worried there that my voice was echoing over on Fortuan's side because I can see his.
No, it's the new
yeah.
setup. It will happen. The unfortunate part is that I am so deaf that in order for me to correctly hear you guys, the headphones are up high enough that this new mic picks up.
Oh, that it will pick up the. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, as
So-
long as it doesn't get into the stream. But yeah,
It's very, very quiet. I've had Ace verify for me a couple times, and I turned it down a little bit more, just hopefully to, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry
deaf.
about that. But yeah, but yeah, after finding out all about these new different combos and how you can utilize the wire bugs in combat and outside of combat, yeah, it's gotten hella easier, and it's even really fun to traverse a lot of these environments and figure out how to be able to use your wire bugs efficiently to be able to get around the map. I love it.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I was. I basically just need to sort of get a new like button combo into my thumbs because, I mean, sword and shield. But my sword and shield button combo has not changed since the Wii U.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna love Perfect Rush.
So
Oh boy.
I don't know what Perfect Rush is. I probably haven't unlocked it yet. But I super love the sort of slide forward / switch skill that I have. Because it's basically bringing back. I said this last week. It brings back aerial fighting style,
Yeah.
and that's 50% of what I wanted out of Sword and Shield in any given Monster Hunter game. Because
So-
I'm never getting oils back.
No, I don't think you are.
You get so much more though in exchange for them. Like you get
I
some
know.
pretty interesting combos.
No,
Like
oils were broken as hell. I know.
So
somebody's got to stay the KO king, or otherwise, why would people use hammer?
Look.
True that.
Look, I'm just saying that, like, I had a taste of the sun once. I at one point, I knew what it was like to be longsword, to be favored by the devs,
Yeah,
and I long for it again, but it will never come again.
I honestly, a lot of times
that time may come again.
I end up playing what's meta just because I think it's fun, right? Like when I played 4 Ultimate Charge Blade, that was to me.
You lost
fun.
him.
Oh no!
Not again.
Is-
No.
I
Still
know.
going?
I will never know why he plays. No, we lost the stream.
I'm dead. Are we back?
We're losing him.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Must be a bad night for internet.
Is it? I mean, my parents got back from their vacation today, so might be what it is.
We're losing you. So why do you play meta? You cut out right when you're like,
Right.
honestly play meta because
I end up playing meta because eventually it ends up being the most fun. Like they give it the most tools and things. Like I mean, for Ultimate, when I was the first time I really was aware of a meta and had been playing it in a meta, so I was using guess what, Charge Blade in 4 Ultimate, and but I wasn't doing it the way that people should have been doing it. Like I wasn't going to full SAAD on every guard point. I was canceling into the small one, which is the way they made you play in Generations, and people didn't like it. And then I played Adept Charge Blade in Generations, and then people were like, "Why? Why aren't you playing this?" And I was like, "Cause I get both Adept styles. I get perfect block and perfect dodge. It's amazing." And I was like, but like, yeah, I've always kind of played like in the meta weapon, but like not a meta way. And then like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just totally out of it in Rise. I'm just totally out of it playing Great Sword. And people are like, I don't see anyone playing Great Sword at all. I've not seen a single Twitch clip that isn't mine of Great Sword.
I think the great thing about Rise is that there really isn't a clear meta. I mean,
Not yet.
yeah, Hunting Horn, people prefer it, but I mean, I don't think that it puts out the most
too
damage unless, yeah, exactly. It's way too early to know. So I mean, like everybody has free reign to just use whatever they feel like, which is really, really awesome. I like that. And yeah, like GU. Meta's fine, but I mean, like, why not use something like, I don't know, like alchemy style heavy bowgun, or aerial style charge blade, or like, you know, like any of the other number of different ways that you can play the game if they're just as efficient for you to be able to use them.
I think everyone's just going to be playing Rise right now, anyways, right? Like, I think that's where we're at. Although I've seen a lot of negative stuff about Rise from a lot of people.
Yeah, which is weird.
And it's not
Yeah.
like the trolley stuff like we were dealing with this week on Twitter. It's more like legit people's actual legitimate opinions are, I kind of don't like this, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I don't, and then that's okay. Like that's okay if you just didn't enjoy it and you enjoy maybe older styles or that kind of thing, or if you enjoyed certain aspects of World or whatever. Like there's a lot of World
Right.
in this, but I think there's a lot of it's a good marriage. It's a good step back to the old with bringing a lot of the new concepts. Like I think
Yeah, it is.
I think there's a lot appealing to a Monster Hunter fan in Rise, and I think that's a big thing. Unfortunately, I think because of the complexity of the game, they actually kind of lost some of that ease of use of World. So I think we're actually not the. I think World is still the good entry point for the series for most people. Honestly,
It's not bad.
I think Rise is amazing, and I think people should be playing it. But I kind of feel like it's not the easiest one to get into right now.
No, yeah, I don't think that it's that easy, especially considering like there's so much variety for the ways that you can play, and because of the expanded what's the word I'm looking for, like the move set for a lot of the weapons has been largely expanded upon, or even in fact reinvented. So it's
then
really
adding
hard
in
to
switch
describe. Like they
skills.
give you more to play around with, but in doing that, it makes it so that the sheer volume of it makes you feel like you're swimming in the deep end rather than in the kiddie pool.
Yep.
With the combat mechanics, and especially with like the use of the endemic life, with the attacks of like wyvern riding and stuff like that. Like there's so many different types of attacks that you can get out of monsters based off of certain button combinations that you can get out of it. That
It's like playing Street Fighter with Monster Hunter monsters. I love it.
It is. It is. Actually, the whole game is very much like a fighter game. Actually, I think it technically is based off of how complex some of the stuff is. It's very deep, and it can be a bit daunting for a lot of players. You know, it's Hammer in this game is much more complex than it has ever been in any of the other games, especially World, where people would literally just go down slopes and they would just spam the spin to win. Like, that's literally all that people would do in Hammer, and I should know because I use Hammer, and that was my bread and butter for the longest time, or just jumping off the ledges and then just getting a charge and then slapping a monster on the head. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know what else there is to say other than the fact that, yeah, this game is a little bit more complex. The monsters may not do as much damage in this game, but there's more going on, and I think that might be justification for the monsters not doing as much damage, because the monsters themselves also have expanded attacks as well. Like, even Puke got a big upgrade from what it used to be able to do.
Kazoo did
So-
too. Kazoo did it too.
Yeah.
And they changed how Kazoo works. He does a lot less of the I'm going to sit here and buzz myself. He's a lot more forward moving and aggressive than he has been in past games. And
Much
He
more
also roars
proactive.
less.
he roars less too. That's
Well,
true.
everybody
Yeah,
roars.
he's
Everybody
still-
roars less.
That's
He
also
still
true.
roars a lot, but yeah, it's much less. And it's more focused on the attack. Like, yeah, the monsters are much more active in this
Like-
game. Like, they're not
Yeah.
pushovers. Like,
Yeah.
even the lowest ranked monsters are not pushovers. They actually put up a fight. You know,
Yeah, and there's-
you don't
there's
just
some
bully
insane
them.
moves by so we've seen like the round and round from Great Azuchi, but him climbing up onto a wall and hooking into the wall, and you're like, what? Why? And then
Yeah, that caught me off guard when
Yeah.
we were hunting that.
yeah,
Yeah, like everything is just ramped up, like much higher than it used to be, and I think it's for the best.
I like it. I like that the monsters are all a lot more active. They're all a lot less stun the shit out of you, and just keep the fight flowing. I love that, and that's one of my favorite things about this game is that I guess I don't know sort of the direction that World took later on because I only played it real big for the first 6 months or so. But I really, really like how the game itself is fairly streamlined and it gets you really straight to the monster hunting part of it and the monster fighting part of it.
Yeah.
And I know there's people who kind of hate on that, like, oh, but it's about the preparation and the hunt, not the fight, yada yada yada. But I really, really, really like how this game is a lot more fast paced than older Monster Hunter games, and it really it's taken many deliberate steps to keep you in the moment and in the fight to keep things flowing.
right.
I like that.
I agree.
And at the same time, it has made me want to gather materials and prepare more, anyways.
Yeah, and it's still like making Ace like derp around and find all the relics.
Right. Like I have
Oh yeah.
the adding in the Spira birds and finding like an optimal path to go somewhere is really fun.
Oh, I know. No,
Yeah.
yeah. I realized this morning when I was like, oh wait, I can just port right over to my other sub camp and I'll just be right next to the Rathalos. And I did that and I got my ass handed to me and then I was like, oh wait, I didn't collect any Spira bugs because I just ported right to the monster.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot.
Definitely.
So it encourages exploration and gathering because like if they hadn't moved the which this started an argument between two people. I don't know if you know. It was me and Chance and two other people. I won't name them. Neither of them listen to the podcast, I don't think. But they got in an argument over mining, right? Like a super hard argument. One of them ended up logging off, and like they muted each other and everything.
I came at the tail end of that. I came in
Yeah.
at the tail end of that.
But
I jumped in the lobby. I was like, oh, did I miss some shit?
They were
Oh,
arguing
we
about
did.
mining?
Oh yeah, because one person, and I'm just gonna put this. I want to keep their identities, like I don't want to dog on them or anything. It's just like what was said. But so let me start with what I was going to say and say, if they didn't put in like you run up to a mining node, dink, get your stuff and move on, it wouldn't be as fun. You wouldn't stop. You wouldn't stop and do that mining. You wouldn't sit there, and even the world dink 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 is too slow. You wouldn't stop, right? And that's what made picking up herbs and stuff in World so much easier. Just yoink as I go. Which, by the way, still love that yoink sound effect. I
hate mine doesn't say yoink.
Oh man, I love that
Mine doesn't say yoink.
Oh, I love it.
Capcom, I'll pay you to let me change my voice.
I want to be able to change my eye color, really, because my eye color in that game is completely off. My character's hazel eyes.
Man.
I want nice.
You missed
dark
it last week.
brown or
I tried
red.
to make my real life Palamute there, which is just black and white, and I went with the default like here's the black and it's red. It's straight up red, and I'm like, but it was black. Like, anyways, so this argument started because they were talking about the mining. It's like, isn't it so cool? Or it started with the person who was against the way mining is now. And they were like, I really like the idea of like going out there and finding ore and like tink. Oh, okay, tink. And then like, okay, I get another one, tink. And like you're actually like searching through the vein to get this kind of stuff. And the other guy, which is the newer, he started in World, right? And he was like, yeah, but like I wouldn't do it. I would just not grab it. I would just go. Because, like, after a certain point, you don't need him. So, why would you? And it's not like he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just like, I like it the way it is. Like, Tink, I get 4 things. I go. Like,
yeah.
I'm kind of in that boat where I'm just like, Tink, I got all the stuff later. Like,
no, yeah. Somebody high up on the, like, Monster Hunter dev team played World of Warcraft, and they were like, God, it's awesome being the one class that has a mount that you can mine from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is actually really awesome.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
know.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I like it that it's a little bit more streamlined when it comes to the mining aspect of things. I mean, yeah, sure, you can appreciate the older games for being able to be a little bit more grindy and, you know, being a little bit more involved in the fact that you have to actually go out and you have to find the places that you have to go and mine. You pickaxe until you run out of, like, you know, whatever the ore is, or if you're mining equipment breaks. Yeah, that, I guess, if you like the hardcore style of play, that's fine, you know, but I kind of get tired of it. I don't appreciate it as much in the newer games, you know? I like the fact that it's streamlined. I like the fact that you can just go to a mining zone, pink, get everything that you need, and just move on. It's just more convenient. And really, I mean, I hate coming back and saying the same old thing, beating the same drum over and over again, but you know what? Who cares about realism? It's about the fun.
No.
You know?
Yeah, and you don't need realism. You don't.
In this game, I yeet myself halfway across the map on a fucking firefly.
Realism?
Oh,
No.
I still
Fun
love
factor?
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about the same thing last week with Ace, where I was just like, holy cow, I found a great wire bug and it's zoom across the top of the map. I'm just like,
I clipped that. I paused hunting the monster just to watch Fort just woo.
Yep. Just over everything.
Airplane!
Yep. I was like, hi guys, and I flew to the other side of the map. I love it. I will say, like, I am probably going to go for all the rewards that you get, the stickers, as well. So that'll be a little bit more thing that I do. One of those apparently is cook 20 meat, 20 well done steaks, and I haven't done that yet because. Oh
yeah, screw that. You got let the cats do it.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, Blinky's bored with me. Look at that. She's not even facing me anymore. Jeez, dog. I'm tired. Leave me alone. So yeah.
I mean, I got Andrea asleep on our up north bed here, snoozing away. So
yeah. This
Yeah,
game's
no,
great.
like I was just talking with my sister and her husband, and yeah, we all agree that you know what, it's much better to have it like the new streamlined system because you know we get sick of having to worry about gathering the old-fashioned way, you know, because if you run out of the items that you need in order to be able to gather said materials that you're looking for, whether it's bug nets, you know, breaking or pickaxes breaking, and you have to go end the quest, and then you have to go back and get more, and then start the quest all over again. It's a pain in the ass.
Oh god,
Whereas,
fucking paintballs.
yeah, and that's another thing. And they were just mentioning now. They're like, it's Monster Hunter. The idea is to go and hunt monsters. What are you doing if you're not doing that? You know, like it's just
Spend
not
400
fun. You know, all that
Spend
extra
400
stuff.
hours just farming paintballs.
Yeah, it's a pain in the dick.
See,
and like,
and that's-
but yeah, like
That's why
That's-
I don't
that's
want
what
to
they
go
were
on that
saying.
mining whatever. Like, let's go get money by hitting a bunch of mining nodes. I don't want to do that. Like I don't.
See,
yeah.
I took it as a life pro tip in case you run out of money and you really got to have that next sword upgrade.
Mm-hmm. Like if you
Then
wanted to
that's
do
what
it
I'll
that
do.
way, that's fine.
It's about as
I mean,
time to go
I'm
get
just
a hunt.
constantly upgrading.
I mean, I am too, but like I said, I just sold off the excess of what I already had, and that's how I got the 300K. Like, you don't need to keep as much excess because I mean, as hunters, I mean, why do we need 999? You know, like Kulu Yaku beaks, but we keep them. Like,
Oh yeah.
There
No,
really is no reason to have that many materials. And yeah, you can sell them if you're at the end of the game. But I mean, like if you're short on money in like some of the earlier stages where you haven't really made enough progress to be able to gather enough of that stuff to begin with, and you really need cash fast, then, you know, it's fine to do that, you know? But
yeah, but you have to at least be mid game to get the geology jewels to do this mining run. Like that's the part of it, the problem of it too. Like to do this mining run, you need the geology jewels, which
yeah.
I ended up getting geology because A, it fit, and B, I just needed more firestones and that kind of stuff, so I just did it. I wasn't aware of the farming method until
Yeah.
after, which I just lost stream again. Dang it! This internet sucks today.
I know. It's
rough
rough.
night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I'm in low rank, and I'm not really that for cash, and it's because
When you start hitting high rank, you're gonna
I
run out of
don't
money
doubt
real
it.
fast,
But I
man.
mean, like what I usually do is I'll just go onto an expedition, and then I'll gather a whole bunch of stuff that gives me a whole bunch of points, and those points convert into money in expeditions. So you just go around and gather all like those point beetles or whatever, grab a couple of eggs, bring them back to the camp, you know, and just take your time and have fun with it. I mean, I'm not going to progress through the game half
Eggs
as
are not
fast as
fun.
everybody else
Eggs
is.
are not fun. I resent that implication.
I actually do like eggs, but I mean, like, I'm weird, you know?
I don't know what it was. I dropped no less than 5 eggs trying to get the quality wyvern eggs.
Dude, I was on my last egg. I smacked that fucking gargoyle. He shot out an egg. I picked it up. I started walking away, and then the gargoyle came after me.
Yeah, they're.
You gotta run.
And I was like, cat, dog, where the fuck were you two?
Ooh.
Maybe what you need to do is you need to set it so that your cat is focused on like small creatures only, and then it'll literally just go around and just pick apart everything in its path, and then it saves you so much trouble.
Yes. So what else do we got to say about Rise? Also, whose turn is it for Monster of the Week?
After
That's a really good
Pan, it's
question.
Morg, usually.
Oh, I get to pick again? Oh, I'm
Wait,
excited. Okay.
Wait. What did we do before? Okay, we did Rathalos. You picked Rathalos.
I did.
And then you pick Gossarog.
Yeah, what was before Rathalos?
You over there. Wait, am I pointing in the right direction?
That would be Ace's
You are from
pick.
me.
Pan.
Okay,
Pan's
yeah, so
over
yeah,
here?
Morg is next. Yeah.
Okay.
Morg, you're pointing at me, at least from my perspective. Who knows?
Okay,
if
great.
four
Yeah,
times.
because I'm on the left-hand side on my view, and you're technically to my right.
Pan,
Yeah, you're on my
but-
left.
if you're worried about on stream, which is paused by the way, because my internet just won't show it. It's just
Yeah.
you would be pointing this way, Pan, to point at Morg.
Yeah.
Um,
But anyways,
What's your choice?
it's gonna be Volvadon.
What the hell? What happened, Ace?
I just turned it.
Thank you. What is
So you
this?
guys
Is this
can-
coffee?
can sort of see yourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, the stream has
Cup of
never came
Joe.
back up in the past like 4 minutes. It's just been sitting on a
Oh.
wheel.
Well, I mean, stream be stream, I guess. If
Yeah.
the bandwidth is not great, what can you do about it, right?
But
We
NEL
bought this.
and we are an audio show, which the audio portion is still doing really good. So
Well, the
Yeah,
audio
at least there's that.
audience cannot see the face I'm making. We bought this bottle of old fashions.
let's
Like it's
say,
bottled old fashioned.
like
Ooh.
it looks like Hawaiian Punch.
It does look like Hawaiian Punch. It matches my shirt. In real life, it matches my shirt. I'm a little oversaturated on stream.
An
But
old fashioned? Is it made with bourbon?
as far as I can taste, it tastes like tequila. It just tastes like tequila, and that is. There is no reason an old
Yeah.
fashioned should be tasting like tequila.
I've gotten into tequila lately. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm more of a gin kind of guy, but I mean,
Oh, my husband's just messaging me. This is not the bottled old fashioned he brought me. Oh, this is tequila, he said. It's tequila and Gatorade. That's why it tastes like tequila.
Oh, ghetto margarita! Yum!
So I thought he brought me some bottled old fashioned because it was also vaguely
Oh.
pink. But no, this is Gatorade and tequila, so no wonder it tastes like tequila. Please
Gatorade and tequila.
Please
Oh,
excuse
wow.
the
Well, at
last
least you'll be
2 minutes.
hydrated and sort of hopefully counteract the effects.
That was his goal.
Well, yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Back to the plot.
My pick for monsters for Monster of the Week is definitely going to be Volvodon.
Okay.
You pick the weird ones. Of course, you pick Volvodon.
I love Volvodon. It's such a great monster.
Okay. All right.
Probably the second best of the bear class.
Roly poly stinky. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up for tonight. Anything else you guys want to talk about before? Oh, by the way, next week we're going to be talking about the Monster Hunter movie, we hope.
I hope.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, I just got to buckle down, get it on whatever streaming service, and watch it.
Yeah.
You have to
If
see
we
it.
do it on
I-
Amazon, we can watch it all at the same time.
I mean, it would be me buying it a third time. So
That'd be
you
cool,
want to give it
Ace.
that much money, Ace?
That'd be cool, Ace.
That'd be my
but
third time watching it, and I won't be upset.
I don't know
I've
when I
just
can
accepted
schedule
my
that.
fate at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, yeah,
Pan's
fair
case,
enough.
She's gonna be
Like
mean,
I don't
Friday
know what
night
time zone you're in.
might be the
Yeah.
only night that would be open in Pan's case, and I don't know how you guys would
Okay.
feel about Friday.
Friday is D&D night.
Oh, that's true. Because
Yeah.
Any night for me works.
Yeah. So the only reason I didn't I was playing Monster Hunter all night this past Friday because everybody canceled because of Easter.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So otherwise I would have been playing D&D instead of Monster Hunter.
I don't know why I
Um,
forgot. I always am the
Yeah.
person to remind. Like, where's Pan? I'm like, it's Friday. It's D&D. Duh. I'm always the
Yeah.
person that says that. I forgot.
Yeah. So Friday is D&D night. So I can't Friday nights. Saturday nights I'm here. Sunday nights I am catching up on the sleep that I didn't get over the weekend.
hmm
And then Monday to Thursday I crash by 10 p.m.
hmm
So
Yeah.
it's going to be a nightmare to schedule it for all of us to watch together, but my husband and I, we usually do some kind of thing together after we get the kid in bed, and he and I can watch it together. Can be ready and fresh with my thoughts on it next week.
Okay. We could still do a watch party, without Pan if she can't do it. Not to
Yeah,
disclude
and I
her.
may, and I could pop in a bit, but it's also kind of a thing where if I'm going to watch it with my husband and this movie may not be Oscar worthy, then I don't know if I would want to dedicate enough time to watching it twice.
Sacrilege. No, I'm joking.
There are plenty of better movies than the Monster Hunter movie that are actually bad.
Here's
but
the thing,
good.
like
The Room.
Tonguey.
I saw Aragon in theaters, and 20 minutes into that movie, I just clung to the fact that I enjoyed the CGI.
That's the only
You
thing
just
that it has
found
going for
something
it.
to
The,
like,
the
yeah.
plot is completely fucked. It is so badly done. Like, they completely ruined the book with that movie.
I'm just going
But
to end the
we don't
stream
need to
because
reopen old wounds.
It's not been open for like 15 minutes. It's just been circle. So. Oh, it didn't die. Is it just my end?
The stream didn't die?
The
Really?
stream didn't die? Okay.
Steve,
I'm
is the stream dead?
Well, we lost more.
Wow.
Hi, Ace.
Or Ace, sorry.
There you
All
go, Fortuan, forgetting
sorts-
who I am.
I
I'm
honestly thought it
forget-
was Morg. At
All you
first.
white guys look the same.
The minute Ace is gone, he's like, "Uh-oh, we lost Morg."
I am trying to differentiate with the beard. I just can't. I can't show it on stream as well.
You are mildly less white than them.
Also, yes, partially Native American.
I
yes.
would like to think that I was, well, more than just a blank canvas, but thank you.
I don't know. A guy with venom on his shirt with a beanie. It's not a blank.
You know
canvas in
why I
my
have a
mind.
beanie? You want to
You
know
just-
what my
you
dark
just
secret
need
is?
You need some mayonnaise on some toast, man.
Yeah, mayonnaise on toast. Mmm. Lovely.
I wasn't.
I
was
prefer
actually-
beans.
I was complimenting his outfit, not.
Are you guys ready for the shocker? Fortuan, if this doesn't help you differentiate
You
the
buzzed your
difference
hair,
between
didn't you?
myself and Ace, I'm going to show you. Are you ready for this?
Mhm.
Are you ready to be emotionally scarred?
Yeah,
He buzzed
I've
his
been
hair.
through I've been through a divorce, so there you go. Hey, Morg.
Holy shit! Do you remember the very first time I saw you on video? Do you remember what I said?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Now
even
I'm
worse.
officially a skinhead because I made an accident with my razor. Slipped and I cut half my
Oh.
mohawk. Just went. I'm like, oh shit. Well, I guess the whole thing's coming off. Zing! And yeah.
That's the only thing you can do. No.
Now
Yeah,
it's got to grow back.
I said you look like my my ne'er do well brother. Is the that's the nice way I'll put it while we're being recorded. And now that your hair is all buzzed off, you really look like my ne'er do well brother. Although probably how he looked 10 years ago, because he's much older than you.
The only thing I'm missing is a whole bunch of just tattoos on my scalp.
Hey,
Don't-
I know what you should
no,
do if
don't
you
do
do
that.
that, though.
Oh, you know what I should
Right
do? I
there.
should get like a
Just
bunch of bleach. I
that.
should get some hair bleach, and then what I should do is
Not the
after I get my
problem.
mohawk, what I'll do is I'll just start to bleach and pattern my hair so it looks like a hyena's pattern. You know, it'll have like all the stripes, and spots all over. It'll be pretty sick.
Don't get me wrong. I really like Knowles, but I don't like Knowles that much.
Hey, I could be a knoll. I could go LARPing.
Boy, do we know someone who would love to talk to you.
Hey, it's not a furry if I'm not in a suit.
No, don't. I'm not,
We're done. We're done.
I can't. Not the
We're
furries.
done.
That's the one thing I can't handle. No. Just stop.
Oh my
Good
god,
night,
yeah.
everybody.
Night.
Ace, what's your social media? Do your social media
Oh,
thing.
Did you guys already run through
No,
yours?
we haven't.
No.
No, we're
I
just
just
gonna do yours and then we're off. Yeah,
Look,
just
I'm
off
cutting
the
it
air.
off here. I'm cutting them off right now. What's your social media stuff? When they're done giggling, they can talk
Okay.
about theirs.
You can follow me on Twitter at Ace Badger Gaming. I post clips a lot, and stir shit up, and comment on anything and everything Monster Hunter. It seems. And then you can always follow us on the Discord,
Mm-hmm.
where we're always having a fun time and apparently getting into arguments about mining.
Hey, that was two particular people that shall go unnamed.
No, I know. I just never would have expected there would have been an argument about mining.
Yeah, it was weird. It was super weird, and they were both weirded out by it. Like, why are we arguing about this? And then they were legit. Then they became legit mad at each other, and I was just like, I honestly,
It's just mining. Who
At that
cares?
at that point, I just muted the both of them, and I just started talking to my brother, like, "Hey, how's Grandma doing?" You know, like, because he's there.
And I
Yeah,
came in
that's pretty
like
much all you
right at
can
that
do.
point. I came in right at that point, and then I was like, Why is nobody else talking? What's going on here?
Yeah, no.
So,
Yep.
Mort, what's your social media?
You can find me on Twitter at MorganA3. There you go. I do all kinds of crazy shit, including creating montages. I'm probably going to be coming out with another video out. Why did I say out twice? I'm getting a little redundant here, but it's going to be really awesome. It's going to feature Zardonics. Crush it! It's going to be really, really bass. If you like metal dubstep, you're going to love this.
Metal dubstep. That sounds
He
like
just said some words.
it sounds like a nightmare to my ears.
Yeah, if you like the mix of if you like something that's like very Slipknot mixed Skrillex, you're gonna like this. Tasty.
So, Fort, how about your social meds?
What are you doing? What was that?
That was the Marauder.
I can play that game too.
Marauder on the screen whenever we're talking about stuff he has no idea about.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh wait, no,
That's
it's
my backup.
Voos.
Doom's my backup. So you can catch us at Hunters Hub Pod on Twitter, Twitch, and Hunters Hub on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to everything we have, especially we have the SoundCloud and we do the RSS feed, which gets us on iTunes and Spotify and all sorts of things. And we are still the longest running Monster Hunter podcast. If you care to listen, thank
We're
you for
awesome
listening,
people.
by the
Check
way.
us out.
Yeah. And we've had a big bump in listeners because of Rise. Like I said, we've more than doubled our listenership in the matter of the release week. So, yay. But yeah, if you follow...
Thank you to all who do listen. We
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much for checking out our content.
Yeah.
We really appreciate
Yes,
it.
thank you very much.
And be sure to join the Discord, Hunters Hub. It's all over my Twitter. Ace puts it up quite a bit. And we've been doing hunts. I think at maximum capacity, we've had the full 12 people in the 3 different rooms that we've had at one point.
We can make more rooms.
And we can always make more rooms. It is possible.
It can be done.
Yep. Unfortunately, I'm the only moderator right now because we're not super big. So if we catch me out, we might have to make more moderators because if we get that many people.
I would volunteer if I ever had time during normal business hours, but I
Right.
don't.
Plus,
Right now.
we need people to police out the bots.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we
I've
do.
been doing pretty good with the policing out the bots. That's been good.
But yeah, join us on Discord. Follow those 3 on Twitter. I don't Twitter. I'm just.
It's okay. So
I'm
yeah,
on Reddit. I like to talk about D&D and Monster Hunter on Reddit, so find me on Reddit.
There you
u/Panther Ophis Niger.
that's how we met. Was Reddit. So, and then jumped into Discord together, and then there we go. So
Cool beans.
So, thank you guys for listening. And next week we'll be talking about the Monster Hunter movie and probably more updates on Monster Hunter Rise. I will say I do have one negative thing before we go.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't me.
Where the fuck is Gravius? Bye.
Yeah, good point.